Good morning. I am P. Vijayalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department from Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture on automobile bodies. So, what are automobile body? The outer shell, which is attached to the frame, is called as the automobile body. So, let us first see what are the basic requirements of an automobile body. It has to be lighter. The more light it is, the less fuel consumed. The stresses induced should be uniform and it should be within the limits. There should be sufficient stiffness to prevent sagging in the middle, and also there should be minimum deformation in the openings like doors, trunk lids, boot lids, etc. It should offer a quiet ride. There should not be any vibration or noise while the vehicle is speeding. There should be easy to enter and exit. There should be sufficient inside capacity in the body. It should be able to access the engine and suspension elements easily for repair and maintenance. There should be good aerodynamics. It should have a good aesthetic appeal. The body should protect against weather. It should be able to resist corrosion, and it has to provide protection to the passengers in case of accidents. Taking all these into account, the automobile body is designed. So let us see what are the commonly used body material. Wood. Nowadays we are not using wood. Wood was used in the previous days where there was a transition from horse-driven carriages to cars. And you always know the disadvantages of wood are it is heavy and it flexed considerably, and you have to have a separate steel chassis frame to carry load, and it has a short life. So nowadays we are not using wood as a body material. And next is the sheet metal. So sheet metal is now being commonly used for making car bodies. So sheet metal along with the spot welding are used to make the car bodies. So these sheet metal bodies are considerably stiffer, they have a longer life, and they also cost low. Aluminium alloy and wood. This is used for building bus and truck bodies. So you can always see in the bus that the platform, stairs, etc. are made using the wood, and the frame is being made of aluminium. And you can see the advantages of aluminium sheets are they are lighter and they also resist corrosion. And on the other hand, the cost is aluminium is high and you have to use expensive manufacturing methods. The next is plastic bodies, where we use glass fiber reinforced polymer resin plastics. So these are widely used. And what are the advantages are they are easily molded, they have light weight, less expensive, and the main drawback is you cannot produce this in bulk quantities, or the mass production is difficult. And the next one is mixed construction, where we use car bodies or construct car bodies with a metal framework with fiberglass panels. So the next we'll see what are the types of car body based on the outer appearance. So first one is the saloon car. So the saloon is a basic type which has 2 or 4 doors. That is 2 doors in the side, on the other side has 2 doors with a luggage compartment as the rear and a fixed roof. So basically the previous cars we had Padmini, Ambassador, etc. they come under saloon car. The convertible car is similar to the saloon. The only difference is you have a collapsible canvas as the roof. So the canvas can be brought down. So this cars, yeah, we have seen in a lot of old movies. Gemini Ganeshan used to ride this type of cars. And next is a estate car. So this is a big car with three windows. So in the saloon we just saw two windows. Here it is a three windows. So the Innova etc. comes under this classification. And this has an extra space at the rear. So this is a pickup truck. Such trucks we do not commonly buy in India, but Americans prefer this type of pickup trucks. So where they have a space for carrying goods at the rear end. And next you have the hatchback. So in the hatchback you can see that the door to the luggage compartment is slightly sloping and it can be lifted upwards. So Hyundai, Santro, etc., Hyundai i20, etc., all these cars come under hatchback model. And the next we can see is a coupe. A coupe is a small car which is only meant for two persons. There are many more varieties of car body. Nowadays, merging of different styles has come into play. So now we'll see what are the parts of a body. So the car body, it consists of many sheet metal panels which are welded together to form a single unit. So the body parts are panels, floor assembly, cowl assembly, roof assembly, doors and trunk lids, and front end sheet metal assembly. So we'll discuss in detail all these various assemblies. So now we can see what are the components of a car body. So these are the body panels. So this is the front side panel and this is the rear side panel. You can also call it as the rear quarter panel. So this is the door panel. These contribute the panels. So these are the body panels. These are door panels and you can see pillars A, B and C. So the pillars offer support for locking and hinging the doors. Then you can see the window and the windscreen in the front. Windows in the side and windscreen in the front. And this is we have a bumper in the front and also have a bumper in the rear. So the bumpers are provided to take up the load and crack in case of any collision so that the load will not be transmitted to the body of the car. And next you can see the bonnet or hood. So one is American and one is English. So the bonnet or hood covers the engine assembly. At the rear you have the trunk or boot. So you have a trunk lid covering the trunk and then you have the roof panel. So these are the components of a car body. And next we will see how the floor is being assembled. So this is the floor assembly. So the floor is the part of the car body which is assembled first. So all the pillars, rails and panels are welded to it to form the body. It is made up of three stamped sheet panels. So front section, center section and the rear section. So these are shaped to give a low profile as well as to give more space to the passengers. So capping strips of metals are welded at different locations. You can see the metal which is welded at different locations to provide reinforcement to the floor. So beads and channels, these are the channels. You can also see the beadings which are also pressed to give the rigidity to the frame. So you can see in the front end of the floor assembly, a passage is being provided for to accommodate the propeller shaft. On the rear section, you can see provision is there to attach the wheelhouse inner panel and the rocker panel. So both the wheelhouse panel and the rocker panel are attached to the rear sections. Okay. So you can see it is slightly raised to accommodate for the movement. So this is the wheelbase and the rocker panel which is attached or welded to the rear section. So these constitute the floor assembly. Next we can see the cowl assembly. Now you can see the cowl assembly. So from the figure you can see that the cowl assembly is the front portion of the car. So this is the windscreen, and behind this you have the dashboard and the steering wheel and passengers, so and so. So these are welded to the rocker panels and the floor pan. So it is made up of the windshield opening for windscreen glass, and you can see the top cowl panel with vents for providing fresh air, and then you can see the dashboard panel where the various instruments are being mounted, and then you can see the pillars for hinging the doors, front doors, and you can see the firewall. So this firewall separates the engine compartment and the passengers and prevents the heat from and the noise from entering into the car body. Next you can see the roof assembly. So here you can see the floor assembly, and this is the cowl assembly. So for the roof, rails are generally supported on pillars. So you can see the front pillar, middle pillar and the rear pillar, or you can call it as A, B and C. So over these pillars the roof rails are mounted, and over these roof rails the roof panel will be welded. So this roof panel will be welded. Here you have, so one side you have the rear window and the front you have the windshield header. So the roof panel is welded to the roof rails. So, and you can also see a U-shaped drip molding which is lining the roof panel. So and this drip molding is to collect the rainwater which falls on the roof panel and to channelize it to flow away from the car body, or for draining the rainwater away from the car body. And next you can see the doors. So the doors of the car body are made up of inner and an outer panel. So this is the outer panel and this is the inner panel. So these two panels are welded together to form the doors. So the inner panel, it provides the reinforcement and mounting location for door accessories and interior trim panels. Okay, so it also contains the window regulator mechanism, door latch and lock. So the hinges are used to attach the doors to the pillars. So the door is sealed. Sorry, you have a small spelling mistake. So the door is sealed while closing by using the rubber weather strip. So this provides a very closed seal. Okay. So no rainwater etc. seeps into the body when the door is closed. So there are two handles provided, one at the inner side and the other at the outer side respectively. Next we will see the front end assembly. So these are sheet metal panels which are assembled to form the engine compartment. So the main role is to prevent mud, dirt and snow being thrown by the tires against hitting the engines. So you can see the front. So this is the hood and you can see fenders. So this is the fenders. So these fenders are being welded at the rear to the cowl assembly. So these two fenders are supported in the center by a radiator support which provides support for the and houses the radiator. You can see a stone shield which is bolted to the fenders and it fits under the bumper. So this stone shield prevents stones striking the engine and the radiator cores. So you have the bonnet head. On the side you have the fenders which prevents the tires which are located here from blowing mud, stone, dust against the engine. These two are connected by the radiator support, and below the radiator support and near the bumper, under the bumper you have the stone shield. And the last part of the car body is a trunk lid which is made up of sheet metals with embossments for spring, and rubber weather strip is providing for weatherproofing, and it is provided with locks and it is attached with hinges to the car body. So with this, the discussion on car body is over.